Because sometimes people actually will ask me about Harry Potter. Actually, every time I give a conference, they ask me about Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling went to witch school before she wrote the books. The spells in the books are actual spells. How do we know that? Well, because witches tell us they're real. And there was a woman in Spain who decided to try the spell for fire in one of the books, and it burned her house to the ground. Now, J.K. Rowling has denied she's a witch. Okay, you walk like one, you quack like one, you write books like one, so, okay. One exorcist told me he's kind of done the footwork. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. He said 60% of the names in Harry Potter are actual names of demons that exorcists have booted out of people. There is an exorcist that I know who's a friend of mine. He and I are always comparing notes on Judas, because Judas is a hard guy to get out of people. He has had to exorcise 3 children just for reading the books. I had a case of possession of a person who was possessed by 5 demons who claimed that they were the demons that inspired J.K. Rowling to write Harry Potter. So, I tell people, avoid it. All exorcists that are worth their weight, there's only one guy who says it's okay, but there's something wrong with that guy. But all the other exorcists that I know that are experienced are very clear. Stay away from it. Demons are always looking to get glory. What's glory? Glory is a manifestation of excellence. That's how St. Thomas Aquinas defines it. It's a manifestation of excellence. And they get glory in this life by their name being pronounced and I think under certain circumstances. Obviously, when you're talking about subjugating Satan, he's not getting any glory out of it. But when their names are pronounced and said, they can stand to their buddies and say, hey, look, my name's up there. Right? That's one of the reasons why every time you read those books or you pronounce those words without it being in the context, in the proper context, you're actually giving glory to them. The other thing is, too, is someone asked me to review the literature. I read the first book, and I'll be quite frank with you. Again, I went through a great books program. I went through a program where you had to read a book a week per class, and I had 5 classes. I can tell you that literature is total garbage. It's not even worth reading on a literary level. So, that being said, I would just suggest you avoid it because of the fact is all those things. The other thing is, too, is that there's a lot of glorification of certain disorders, very subtle, like it's okay to lie, it's okay, there's certain things, it's okay to do evil things from time to time in order to get a good thing to come as a result of it. Which is entirely the opposite, because people say, well, what about Tolkien? Tolkien had magic. I mean, is it just because of magic? No, it's not just because of the magic. It's the whole thing. But in Tolkien, the magic was a literary device. It wasn't something in which the person, when he heard Gandalf saying the magic, I want to be Gandalf and do these magic things. That's not what you just didn't have that. It was just recognized that, in this case, a certain thing beyond the natural means was necessary in order to bring something about. Whereas in the J.K. Rowling's thing, it's so imbued and it makes it look so glorious and all those things. It's really enticing, and that's another reason why I tell people don't let your kids read it. There's another reason, too, and this is more of a subjective kind of a reason. The fact of the matter is that when you tell people you shouldn't let your kids read that, the purely visceral response you get as a result of that tells me there's something diabolic about the whole thing.